Ahoy, Internet! How's it going? What's happening? Welcome to the top 8. Big dog time. So, I am trying to do too many things at once here. Hit play too fast. There we go. I am Chris Allen. We are bringing the Crate podcast, slightly more respectful edition, up to Naboo. Coming to do some commentary and some games. We've been going ever since I went O2 Drop Crew. And I am joined by...
This is Peter Fu from the South Jersey PA X-Wing team, but I've been welcomed with open arms to the Crate Squadron, so I'm happily able to broadcast.
No, you weren't
with
welcome.
everyone.
We took you. You're ours now. You're too good at this. Hey, there you go. There's the
There's
round
the
timer.
timer. We're official. So, Chris, first of all, I wanted to say thank you so much for bringing all your stuff up here to Naboo. It's a 12-hour drive from North Carolina, and he braved the cold.
I braved Jeremy Howard. That's what I
and
braved.
the hundreds of pounds of equipment. That's a joke. To be able to broadcast and expand and educate our X-Wing community.
Yeah, I'm really glad. I mean, that it was just chilling, hanging out in my car. Honestly, like I brought it up. We were going to do a extremely drunk version of the Crate podcast last night, and I was like, oh well, I scrubbed that. I'm out of this tournament after round 2. Let's just set up all the cameras and go, right? Why not? I guess I was going to do a whole bunch of community plugs and everything, but I got held up. I'm slow. I'm sorry. Let's just go straight into the game. When we hit dead air, we'll go back to it.
Exactly. So, Chris, can you tell me a little bit about our first contestant on the right?
The man,
Chase
the
Green.
myth,
Yeah.
the legend.
We got Chase Green, right?
You can't see his shirt, but you can see his templates. Look at those. Those look suspiciously like the very first prototype set of the Carolina Crate templates.
And that is right. That
Their
is
inaugural run, top 8 at a system open. Now, I'm just going to say, those are the most prestigious templates on that table. Duncan's there with his World templates. There's 8 sets of those. There are 2 sets of those. You know where those templates came this tournament?
Where are they?
3rd
Oh.
with Chase, 9th with Blake. 2 crates, 2 top 10s. Everybody else, get good.
It's in the shoes, fellas. It's in the shoes. So, Chris, why don't you tell us about number 3, Chase Green, at this 216 Naboo system?
Yeah,
what
so
is he running? Where is he from? Things like this.
Well, let me start with you wrote it. You wrote it all down. Wow. Okay, so Carolina Crates is a North Carolina community. However, we are slowly conquering all the turf around us. Chase is from the contested South Carolina. We'll get it back eventually. From ready to play games. That's right. Columbia, South Carolina. He's stuck as a crate. Top 16 is regionals, and I'm not sure what that one is.
And he's a sore champion.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Hey, it's better than me. Better than Ryan Farmer. Get good, Ryan Farmer.
And what is Chase running today?
So Chase looked at what won all the other system opens and was like, I think that Finn Rao with MindLink and Asajj with MindLink and Manaru with MindLink might be pretty good. I might just play that. That seems pretty good. And it turns out it's still pretty good. So he's just playing Paratanni, Cratani, as it's known. He's playing Cratani, and he's 8-1 with it. Ended up 3rd in Swiss. With his MOV is 1480. That is disgusting. Over 9 games.
And on our left side of the screen, we have Tim Ralphs from. Tim actually hails from Canada, Toronto, Canada, and out of the Prototype Toronto League. That's their squadron name, PTL for short. These folks have actually come to the Naboo Regionals with 30 people on a single charter bus. So Canada is all in on this system open. Tim plays out of face-to-face games and been playing for a little over a year. But in that year, actually, Chris, he has top-aided Canadian nationals and placed top 4 twice in 2 regionals.
Oh, so Canadians are actually... So Canadian nationals used to be known as Nova Nationals, right? Everybody just went up and won it.
So Tim is
Shout out Ron Brannon, who almost won it.
Tim's not playing around, Chris, because he is playing this hybrid version of the Paul Heaver Asajj YY. So what happens is Tim has a 37-point Torquil at a PS3 with TLT
wait,
and all-out tech.
Tim's not in this game.
Yeah.
No, this is Jamie Comey.
This is Jamie Coving. Oh, we got to edit that.
We took notes on all the lists and went down them, and then I think I mixed up the sheets because I'm a jerk. So sorry. No, remember when I was walking around tables earlier, I was like, there is a non-regen pushed Nora out there, and we were both like, what? This is it, boys.
So actually, you're right, Chris. This is Jamie playing on our left, and he's from Flint's Hobbies, which is based out of Kitchener, Ontario. and that's also part of the Prototype Toronto League squad. So he's part of that 30-person caravan. He's been playing for 1.5 years, has top 4 2 regionals, and top 16 1 Canadian nationals.
Just one?
Just one.
Just one. Come on, step it up, Jamie.
So tell me about this list here, Chris. What's Jamie running?
Yeah, so do we... so I'll remember it off the top. Oh, I have pictures. Oh my God, you're right. I did come prepared for this. Let me pull up my phone and go through the pictures. I do remember, so that is Push Nora with, of course, the title. As for the rest of the list, it is... Here we go. C-3PO on Nora, Push, R2-D2, Rebel Overhaul. All right, I'm totally wrong. Captain Rex with Tactician and Sabine's Masterpiece. Miranda with Twin Laser Turret, Homing Missiles, Recon Spec, and Long Range Scanners. There we see that Recon Spec again. When that was announced, I mean, nobody cared, honestly, right? It was like, why would I want to be rewarded for missing a shot? Much like Gunner, turns out sometimes when you miss a shot, good things happen. So Finn Rao going to jockey for position here. He's going to make... Chase is going to make Jamie choose if he wants to try to go for Finn Rao, which is, as Admiral Akbar would say, quite famously, it's a trap. Or if he's going to go for Asajj, which the spoiler of Paratanni is they're both a trap. There is no good choice. You try to kill either of them, and it doesn't work. So we'll see which way Jamie tries to go. So initiative looks like Jamie has initiative. I saw Ashoka moving before Finn. Does that Ashoka have VI? I already forgot. I'm the one with the list. Let me pull it back out. Oh, it's Captain Rex. It's not Ashoka. There's the list. It's rotated the wrong way.
So, Chris, I'm seeing this opening here with that Shadowcaster. It's coming in a bit. It's coming in a bit harder than I would have expected. Do you think they're trying to come behind?
This is the Paratanni special, man. I don't know how many games you've gotten against it, but Asajj is probably taking this 3-bank in there and just gonna get in the way of everything. And it's just gonna double focus evade because Manaru passes a focus over to Asajj and says, "You're immune to damage this turn."
So the Paratannis I've seen, and granted, I've really only played it against it about maybe 20 times.
He's going for Finn.
And I've seen it played in Europe a lot. But the Finn normally protects the flank of the Asajj, which is why I'm a little surprised. I do understand the concept of the 32-point torpedo that is Finn.
You get to shoot him as much as you want. That's the fun part. He does not say, after firing, flip this card face over.
So we do see them come in.
Yep, there's Manaru setting up.
And for our newer listeners at home who have somehow not discovered Paratanni yet, Paratanni doesn't care about denied actions.
Oh, looks like Chase botched the opener a little bit. Honestly, he doesn't really care much. It's not gonna matter. It looks like Jamie's decided that Finn Rao is his target. That's where he's got the homing missile lock with Miranda. That's what he wants. Look at this professional grade train track. Look at those crate templates. Do you see those templates? Have you ever seen a more beautiful set of templates in your life? I bet the guy who painted those is so handsome.
So Chris here, we know the power of a Tani Mind Link at this point.
Oh yeah.
But tell me a bit about the power of this Suppressify, because this is the second time we've seen it at the top table.
Yeah. So people underestimate the value of a single red die on an attack. So it's kind of reducing a ship's attack changes it from something like a defender, which costs 28 points, to a TIE fighter, which costs 12. Or if you want to think about it in terms of like what a secondary weapon would cost you, like if you want to take a heavy laser cannon on a B-wing, that's a 7-point upgrade, and it's worse. Like you don't even get your natural crits you roll. Yeah, so there's the 3-bank. Sorry, I just want to go back to the game for just a second before I get back to it. There's the 3-bank with Asajj. Asajj is going to rotate that arc over, probably just going to drop the stress on Rex, make him useless for a turn. If Finn Rao doesn't just straight up PS kill Rex here, which honestly I think is what's going to happen, he might just trade a couple hits on Finn from that homing missile just for Rex and say, that ship, take it off the board.
So Chris, I'm seeing for the first time that the beauty of this list actually being flown by Jamie. We have a tactician on that Rex. Yep.
That'll be 3 stress on this list. Yep.
So not only does that open up the support ships.
Okay, sorry. I thought Miranda was doing a 4 straight. There was or a 3 straight. I was like, wait a minute, that's not how this works.
Oh yeah.
Pause. Okay, so I assume Finn did the 3 turn here. Yep, Finn pulls out the 3 turn, and the only action that makes even the slightest bit of sense is a focus. He'll get 3 focus actions out of it. Manaru, I'm not sure if is in range 1 to pass to Asajj. It looks like they are, so he'll get 4 focus tokens out of it. There's not really a good booster barrel roll option he has. He's going to attempt to dodge that homing missile, it looks like. That should be enough to get out of it. And then once that homing missile misses, he might actually dodge all the arcs except for Rex there, which would be really good for him.
It's important to note for our watchers at home that we have a bit of a bump, but it's all right. The players understand these things happened, and
yeah. So he said whatever.
Adjusted a little
Actually,
bit.
Chase bumped it against his own best interest there, because now Nora might have range on Finn there.
Yeah.
And I believe there's Miranda's target locked on Finn. That's hanging out back there. I'm not sure if. Yeah, it looks like he barrel rolled out of range. He did do it. He barrel rolled not all the way back, which made me nervous, but I think he looks out. So he's actually measuring range with Finn.
And in these situations, for our new players, we always recommend holding down both ships. But Chase, being very professional and obviously placing so high on this 261-person system.
Oh yeah, Chase is a great player.
He's confident in himself and the player that there won't be any accidental bumping with that range 3 ruler and trying to find range.
Yep. So Finn doesn't have a shot. Miranda, he's taking 3 dice out? I'm not sure what shot that was.
Those are the TLTs.
Oh, TLT. Okay, onto Finn, I assume. No. It must be onto Asajj, because Finn was out of range for that shot. Yeah. Okay, and Nora's going to take that shot on to, range 2 through a rock as well.
So we see the tension right now a bit of starting off these top 8s. And a bit of the reason is every single person, a bit of the tension comes from the fact that every single top 8 right now, except for now Paul Heaver's done too. Everyone is standing up. There's no one sitting down. No one's
watching their opponent passively.
No.
Look at those hanger bays to our right. Look at how chill everybody is. Everybody's sitting down, arms crossed, whatever.
Hanging out. Everyone is up on their feet, looking at arcs, measuring arcs, making sure everything is flowing smoothly.
Actually, I want to go ahead and read our top. I don't mean to completely change topics quite so hard. I want to read down our top 8 really quick, just so everybody knows what's up. So 9-0 is Duncan Howard playing Scum. He's playing. Do we have all the lists? Yeah, we have all the lists. I have them all in order, in fact. So Duncan Howard, 9-0. He was our undefeated player. I mean, you don't have to have one, but he was, of course. Stupid Duncan. Come on, phone. What are you doing? Okay, so 9-0. Duncan Howard playing Scum Aces. There, that's Chase. That's Eric. That's Duncan. Okay, so 9-0. Duncan Howard playing Scum Aces. Mindlink Tarok, Mindlink Manaru with all the Bump Master upgrades, APL, Painbot, all that good stuff. And Finn Rao. In second is Eric Zhang, who we saw playing on stream with the Finn Ray. What is it? Somebody's Pride.
Kanan Biggs on the Biggs with
Kanan
Finn Ray
Biggs
on
with Finn
the
Ray.
Ken.
Somebody's Pride. Crate Pride. We're going Crate Pride. Taking credit for that one. Chase Green in third, who you see on camera on the right. Fourth place is our boy, John Grasser, playing the same list I was in Swiss. Finn Rao, 2 Contracted Scouts with Torps, Mindlink, and 1's got Forlom, which extremely strong list when I'm not playing it. And fifth is Tim Ralphs. Also, Tim is also 8-1, and he is playing Asajj, Torkel. Oh, we saw him as well. Yeah, Asajj, Torkel, and a Syndicate Thug. Both TLT'd up. 6th, Jamie Comley, who you see on our left. 7th is some guy named Paul Heaver. I'm not sure who that is. He's playing Miranda, loaded to the teeth with munitions. Cluster Mines, Thermal Detonators, Sabine, Advanced Slam, TLT, extra munitions, Stress Hog, and Biggs with R46. And rolling up in 8th is Peter Google with Dash Miranda. Did we see him play as well?
We did not.
We did not. Different. We saw Dash Poe. That's right. Yeah, so he's playing Dash Miranda, Lone Wolf, Ray Dash, and Miranda, TLT, extra munitions, Connornet, Sabine, Ion Bombs, and Advanced Slam. Yeah, so I don't mean to get too off topic for this game because this is a really interesting position for both players. As you can see, Tactician went off and Stress was dealt. Did you happen to see if damage was dealt to Finn from that shot with the TIE Fighter? I assume not, but weirder things have happened.
Damage was not dealt.
Okay. So here, the Tactician proc isn't really too relevant. The question is, what is the two big questions are what are Miranda going to do and what is Finn going to do? Because Finn is stressed. And, I mean, the whole Mind Link list is stressed from Tactician, which, you'd think stress would be a good hard counter to Mind Link, but it's really not. These ship styles are just fantastic. So Asajj's arc is pointing to our left, so Asajj can do something like take that 2 straight or 3 straight or 4 straight, which are all green, and just take that and, start just laying in fire into Rex or the Regeners or, really wherever he wants, whatever target he chooses first. Manaru's got really clean, 1 straight, 1 banks or whatever. I'm not sure exactly which one fits, but he's got maneuvers that clear there. He doesn't need to worry about it too much. And is that going to clear? Oh, not if you do that, it won't. Okay, so he's taking the bump with Manaru again. Maybe? Yes? Yay? Nay?
Looks like they
Train
are going
tracks,
to.
boys.
Yep, they are definitely going to bump.
Yep.
But I think this is a good angle for that bump to occur, especially to set up that movement
he's just
next
getting
round.
position. Not having the focus hurt last turn, he probably could have put a damage or 2 under Rex with it. But it's just not. He's losing one of his 6 to 7 actions this turn. And last turn he had to use one to rotate arc, but here he's I guess they're concerned about that rock. Oh, Chase did want me to note that middle finger rock that's right next to Asajj was placed directed at me. So you're welcome, Internet, from Chase to me and you, all of you non-crates. We'll get you eventually. You'll join our turf. Yep, Asajj takes that 3 straight. He didn't want to play with fire with the rock. It looks clear to us, but you don't want to be landing like a millimeter from a rock and then something gets nudged after you set your dial, and then you have to be like, no, it cleared before you hit the rock and all that good stuff. So might as well just take the 3 straight. That gives him great position on Miranda, because a stressed Miranda does not do much, as it turns out. The greens on a K-Wing are like the 1 banks and the 2 straight and a 1 straight, I think. It's not pretty.
Now that arc does have the title, so we have a potential crit opportunity.
Yep, onto Asajj here. Let me go see if Asajj took any damage, by the way. So, I mean, Jamie, again, is just going for a turn route. He's taking the high variance route on this game, which I kind of like because now that we're in the elimination rounds, your MOV doesn't matter. And catching Finn with all your ships on the board is much easier than it is later when you don't have all your ships. He's really going all in on Finn here. Wow.
And I like this nice aggressive move by both players because, as we've all known about Paratanni,
well, it's like the move I would expect with Finn here is like a 2 bank, and that.
Too hard.
Too hard. Like if he bumps, like the dream here would be if he bumps the arc, and that looks like what's going to happen, because now the arc's not shooting him. Rex doesn't have a shot. Miranda's going to throw 4 dice at range 1 in arc, and Finn doesn't care. He's got to focus, whatever. And then in exchange, the arc is going to throw.
Now, Chris, I do not like this type of marking. I don't like that corner mark. That's.
Oh my God! Does Finn clear? That might be even worse. Or that might be bad for Chase. I don't think there's any way that clears. Oh my God!
Finn clears the tie definitely, but.
Oh yeah, I guess he cleared.
Yeah.
I don't think he wanted to clear that. He's gonna attempt the boost. Not happening. Yeah. Wow. So Finn might just say, all right, I'm going to take the focus here and, pray to the dice gods, right? He's Finn Rao. It's kind of his specialty.
So the beauty of Finn Rao right now is that even if he does go down right now or take significant damage, his ability to totally lay 5 dice into that arc it's the true beauty of Paratanni, because trading a Finn against most other aces when you're flying Paratanni is a great trade for the Paratanni player.
Yeah, like Finn, if you're jousting aces with Finn's coming out ahead on average. I mean, there will be some times where Soontir goes, all right, 4 evade, spin evade, and then you roll blanks, and then he attacks you and does damage. But your favorite to come out of the dice exchange. I'm gonna go double check those shields on Asajj really quick.
Can you check the auxiliary arc as well for the Shadowcaster? I think it's pointed back, but
it's pointed towards Miranda.
Okay.
I'll double check them.
So while Chris is checking up on the health, I'd like to take a moment to thank our judges at this event. They've run an amazing event, very professionally done. The head marshal is Ian Hamp. He's been judging or marshaling premier level events for FFG since 2013. So he's been doing this for 4 years. He's one of the he's actually joined by his co-marshal Kyle Kemble, who's been doing this for a very long time as well. Between Kyle and Ian, we have experienced over 4 system opens just this year. So every single system open has been judged by either Kyle or Ian, and how fluidly all the rulings were made and how fluidly this event has gone is really a testament to their experience and their ability to handle the difficult situations that come down to arc, whether things are in arc, on the map, ruling calls.
It was range 2.
It was range 2.
That is a dead fin row. That is painful.
It is it's not the best circumstance.
And Asajj was missing 2 shields, and Asajj's arc is pointed the way that the gun he's modded. I forgot to mention. So we can actually see it. So see how it's pointed to the left on top?
I see.
That's where his arc is.
Now Chase. I mean, Chase has been in these kind of positions before, where, and he's clawed his way back before.
I'm really surprised he chose to peel the stress off there and not just leave that arc double stressed, because he could do some serious work if he doesn't. So it looks like he's peeling off shields on the arc. And Manaru's got range 2. So the crazy thing about Paratanni is normally you'd think like, wow, Finn died and didn't do anything. This is over for Chase. Asajj has got this. I mean, Chase is definitely in a bad position, right? But it's not game losing. Asajj just has an answer for everything in X-Wing. So we'll have to see, what his targeting priority and everything is from here. But he's still very much in the game. I mean, he's probably looking at like 80-20 odds against him. But, you got to play for the 20%.
And I think the good thing for Chase right now is we're not looking at a munitions Miranda. We're not looking at a Miranda that can run around arc
dropping bombs.
Yeah. And so this Miranda has to keep it at least within range 3 to make it competitive for Jamie. So we're definitely gonna have shots off of each other, despite the fact that Miranda regens. Chase's Asajj is basically as a regen function with that last stress and the evade they can take, along with the focus action economy. Chase is definitely not out of this, nor has Jamie definitely won this. We're still very much in for the long haul. What do you think we see that Manaru do next turn? Are we bumping? Are we trying to? What are we trying to do there?
Oh, honestly, I think we probably just take like a 2-turn right and take a target lock, something like that. Actually, no. I immediately retract my statement. So I think we're taking that 2-turn right and probably just focusing, being the focus engine for Asajj. Asajj is going to have to do all the work here. So we're just going to take target locks onto that arc. It looks like the arc is what he wants to kill. He can only do a damage or 2 to it to a turn after C-3PO and regening. But, the double stressed arc is not happy.
Now,
and sorry. No. Do you wanna run down the top 8, the total numbers? So I read the list, but just kind of overall, the general archetypes we've got are, it's what, 4 scum, 3 rebels. I thought we had an Imperial player in the top 8.
No, it's 4 scum, 4 rebel, Chris.
4 scum, 4 rebels.
Actually, believe it or not, the highest place in Imperial in a 261 person event was number 25, Jeff Asiri, and I believe he was flying Rat Kylo.
Yep.
With Vader.
Yeah, man, Imperial's bread and butter just got had a little bit of a rough day, should we say, with the facts. So we'll see what Imperial players come up with to. I guess I shouldn't say Imperial players. We'll see what Imperial lists come out.
Though I will say, with a little pride, my teammate and good friend John Stoke, he plays 26. He's an Imperial player. He saw the meta, and being true to form, he decided to come here with triple aces. But not just that, he flew this meta with a Soontir Fel.
That's how you do it. Soontir's back, baby. Ish. As long as you're not in the top 25, Soontir's back.
And John's actual last game came down to a dice roll. It's simple as that. you hate to see hundreds of hours of practice of movements and templates and eyeballing things come down to dice rolls. But at the end of the day, this is a dice game.
Yep. So it
Um,
goes.
Uh, so all the players who thought the Kylo Ren was going to be overpowered, I think we have definitively found the answer that no.
Yeah.
It
Well, the
is not.
funny thing is, the more the meta goes to these like double Rebel Regen ships, the better Kylo gets. The Kylo Rens that we're losing, like, so Kylo's a hard counter to Kylo, which is funny. But a lot of these lists that made the cut, Kylo's really good against. Kylo's just really bad against the field.
Yep.
So, like, it's very matchup dependent. So we might see, like say at Hawk, maybe a Kylo or two makes it, but it totally depends on the ship count that they hit. Like when I hit quad T70s in Swiss, if I had Kylo, I'm like, well, this is a blank upgrade card, right? Like I'm not using this at all.
And I was also surprised by the lack of the Quad TLT or the Miranda TL or the K-Wing TLTs.
Yep.
I thought we were going to see more spam.
So
and
I think those of us that brought Mindlink torpedo boats kept them down. There were when I was walking around tables, there were quite a few out. I didn't hit any in Swiss in my 2 games of Swiss, but they're definitely out there. There's quad TLT. We had quad TLT on the top tables for a little bit. We had there were some trip K-Wings with bombs. There were 2 K-Wings with TLTs and something, I don't remember what, but they're out there. There's definitely the TLT spam's back as well.
that arc has a range 3 shot, I believe. No, I think they're calling it range. Yes, they are calling it range 3.
Range 3 obstructed. Says he doesn't care about what you're rolling at me.
Just for the cameras, Chase checks the range on the Miranda. And we have a decent roll.
Yep, there's 3 symbols. It's like, oh, is he shooting Miranda? I'm gonna go make sure I know what's going on with this health because it matters a lot if he's going for Miranda or Nora here.
And while Chris checks on the health once again, a little bit about Naboo. We're looking at a 261 player field. This is the largest U.S. Open to date, and I think we're going to be the largest U.S. System Open period. Naboo is actually being run by the Cascade Games group, led by Steve Cameron. Steve and his team at Cascade Games was actually selected by FFG to run Kashyyyk, Mustafar, Endor, and Naboo. And they've done a wonderful job with all 4 events. And I think their crowning jewel has been this Naboo event, which has been on time, efficient, and overall just a great experience in the community.
Man,
Chris,
I come back and you're already plugging people.
Chris, what are we looking at about this health update?
So Miranda is at 2 hull. So
Fen did shoot at the Miranda.
yeah.
aggressively
So
before he died.
when we were looking at it, it looked like no, that can't be right because Finn rolled 4 dice, so he must have shot Nora. So I think Miranda burned a shield. I'm not sure exactly how it worked because he stripped 3 shields with Asajj. I guess it doesn't matter how we got here, but Miranda's at 2 hull left. So that makes these maneuvers with Nora make a lot more sense because he's going to have a really, really hard time catching Miranda to actually do damage here. Miranda has got that 3-bank, slam, 3-bank, and Asajj cannot keep up with that.
Now, this is going to be a pretty critical next round that we're seeing because Rex and his suppressifier ability is going to be coming up pretty soon.
Yep. And that's going to make Asajj's life much harder.
And for our new listeners, Chris, why don't you walk us through Suppressifier?
Yeah, so Suppressifier is one of those fancy new condition cards. So after Rex shoots you, you get a token that says when you're attacking something that's not named Rex, or that isn't Rex, or whatever you want to call it, you roll 1 fewer attack die. So we see a lot of him with things like Bigs, where, okay, you have to shoot Bigs. Also, hey, guess what? You get less dice now. Doesn't that suck? So you keep the condition until either he dies. That's not going to be close. Never mind.
Yeah. Chris's camera work has been great. It's just the way that the tables are set up right now. It's angled, so some of the movements some of the asteroids and movements towards the bottom of the screen look a little closer than they should be, and some of the movements and asteroids at the top look a little farther and less close than they should be.
Yep.
Your eyes will adjust.
Yeah. So sorry. just back on Rex. So Rex basically says, unless you're shooting Rex, one ship rolls one fewer die a turn, which again doesn't sound like much, but one fewer die is generally halving an attack. So like as you add a die, you double your expected damage on your average 2 or 3 agility ship. Yep, Miranda's going to take this 3 bank. I'll be curious to see if he slams or if he just takes the poker. Jamie doing a really good job of making Chase split his fire here, because he can take his shots on Asajj here, and he doesn't really care about the damage onto his arc, because his arc will, I don't remember the list exactly, but I believe it's C3PO R2D2, and it's just an absolute pain to put damage onto. Yes, it is C3PO R2D2. The problem is he can't really push with Asajj right here because he doesn't want to get double stressed. And though really, if I'm Chase here, I might just let's just kill Rex. Let's get him off the board, have one less ship to worry about, and then see if I can kill Miranda. Because the most Miranda can go up to is 4 shields.
Yep.
And that's 6 health. That's 2 rounds with these ships he's got. So we'll see how it works out for him.
I totally agree, Chris. And we about 3 minutes ago we had the 45-minute warning, so we are about at the halfway point of our top 8 coverage. Man, these Rebel TIE fighters are so much stronger than I thought they would be at this event.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know that anybody expected Sabine to be like the strong one. Yep. I mean, we haven't seen any Sabine, but Rex is very strong. And
Rex? And even Ahsoka.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of Ahsoka. Man, those Ahsokas we put on, everybody's like, how do I get one? Give me one of those. Give me one of those. I want an Ahsoka. Help me out. Give me an Ahsoka.
And we've seen just creatively built Ahsokas who aren't dependent on that PS9
especially
title.
As with the fact change, there's a lot of lower pilot skill stuff out there. Even like we saw our last game, PS7, right? Didn't even bother putting VI on there. Whatever.
So we're at the planning phase of this turn, Chris. What does Chase want to? If he doesn't think he can get to Rex, what is he trying to do in terms of mitigating the damage he's about to receive from that arc?
Oh, so interestingly, Chase can't really take damage from that arc. That arc's going to throw 2 dice at him. The arc will push and stress itself, which means the most he could take is 1 if he blanks, but he'll have an evade token probably, or he'll roll a symbol, whatever. That's the most you can do from the back arc. There's our boy Colonel Chewington slowly walking down the stairs that don't exist in front of us. Sorry. So the arc isn't going to hurt Asajj. The arc is there just to try to tempt fate. Like, hey, maybe I can get Chase. Jamie's thinking, hey, I'm going to keep this arc here and have it just be annoying onto Asajj. And maybe eventually he'll decide, all right, I'll try to kill this arc. I think Chase isn't going to fall for the trap. It is a trap, because if Chase can kill Miranda, the game is over. Is that a K turn or a straight? That's the question.
That is a K turn.
This is what I was wondering, because my Asajj here, I want to just take that 2 or 3 turn, and let's just finish off Rex, and that's the fastest way to get to Miranda as well.
And why is Jamie playing into this? Playing into Chase's hands here, right?
So I think he. So I'd be worried about setting out that 3 turn because hey, maybe
he is going to barrel roll.
Maybe he's going to take that 1 turn barrel roll. Oh, sorry, Manaru's going to barrel. I'm thinking hey, maybe he'll take that 1 turn barrel roll, and then I won't clear my maneuver. I won't have a shot on Rex. All I'm going to do is be facing the wrong direction. I'll have good moves next turn. But let's see. We'll have to see what Asajj. Yeah, Asajj just takes the 1 straight because he doesn't really want to go to Block City. That will give him.
And Chris, this is great.
That's such
predictive
good
flying by Chase. He took the barrel Manaru knowing that he would get the focus.
Yep, that'll give him 2 shots on Rex, who has 1 hull, I believe. That looks like 1 hull. As much as I love the Vader damage cards, they are hard to see from a camera how much is left. And so, and the good thing about that Manaru positioning is, so Miranda can't really 2-turn here. There's a rock pretty much in the way. So Miranda's got a 3 bank again, and that means Miranda's not regenning because Miranda's not going to have a shot.
And
yes, you can. Wow. So Miranda coming around the other way. So Chase not taking that 3 turn was really good for him because now his Asajj can take that 1 bank right, and he's going to catch Miranda.
And that Miranda is going to be in a difficult position because it's going to be jousting. It's going to be jousting an Asajj, which I don't think anyone wants to happen.
And that Miranda, I don't think, has extra munitions. That one homing missile it got off is its only homing missile.
That's correct.
And he can't spend a shield to make it 5 dice at this point. Like, it would be suicide.
In
Well, I mean, he
fact-
doesn't have a shield in the first place, but if he gets one back, if he regens one, he'll just kill himself to put 4 or 5 damage on Asajj, or 3 or 4 damage onto Asajj.
In fact, I hope neither of the players forget, but that Miranda is equipped with long-range scanners. So
Yep.
that is a restricted target lock.
Yeah, it's there, and it's never like he has the lock he took a while ago, and he's never going to take another target lock after that, unless he takes more 3 bank slam, 3 banks. Okay, so it looks like he spent the focus for defense there. He's going to shoot at Rex, gets 1 hit. Rex flirting with death because he's stressed. We'll have to see if he manages to roll a natural evade.
So and the Rex
taking a shot at
lives.
Asajj. Yep.
Now-
Manaru still got that range 2 shot. Gets
Now-
the tactician off. That's actually a big deal, because now he's got to take that 2 straight, which is or 2 bank instead of the 1 bank.
Now, Chase, where is the? I'm sorry, Chris. Where is Chase's auxiliary arc right now?
It's pointed towards our right. So 2 hits onto Rex. He's probably dead.
Was there a misplay here? Was a secondary stress supposed to be assigned somewhere?
A secondary stress?
Because that TIE fighter took a K turn.
Oh no, I think it's on the other side of the TIE fighter.
Okay.
That's what it looks like, at least. Okay, so Chase has some interesting decisions to make here. So one of the strengths of MindLink is stress. Is dealing with stress, as ridiculous as that sounds, because as you get stressed, right? One ship gets stressed, everybody gets stressed. But now that means Manaru can take a 1-turn right here and still get a focus, as long as Asajj's 2 bank green would clear there. I don't think the 2 bank green clears there this turn. So I imagine Manaru will be doing something like 1 straight and focusing, and then Asajj is going to take the bump and then either finish off Rex or shoot at Miranda, depending on who he happens to have an arc. But we'll have to see what Chase chooses to do.
I'm seeing. I'm starting to see. Chase looks pretty relaxed right now.
Oh
I
yeah,
think
he's talking to
I think
to our boy. Actually, I'm going to take a tangent. So he's talking to Dan Schroeder right now, who Crate Cup. He had a good tournament. He was all excited. He played me and Duncan and beat us both. We got wrecked, and it was sad. And now he was talking to checking up on Chase, and he's like, "Hey, how's your game going?" And and Chase shrugs, picks up the templates that you get for going top 8, and goes, "Whatever." So he's happy to have made it this far. It's good to see that attitude. So Asajj looks like just gonna go ahead and clear the stress. Oh wow, the 3-turn.
And I think
That's a good move.
Yeah, I think this is a very interesting move, a very good move.
Oh, okay, have a good one, man. Shout out to Nick, who is wearing a Minox shirt, but he's actually a crate. He just doesn't know it yet. He'll hear about this when he listens to it later.
And we have this bump.
I said you're a crate.
We have this bump here, folks, and it's going to be. We can't really tell from our angle, but it looks like that Rex may be an arc of that front arc. So that Rex could be eating a lot of pain.
Oh yeah, he's in
turn.
the secondary arc at the very least, because it's facing towards Asajj's right, if I remember correctly. It's funny because I was going to say when he picks up the ship to put it on, I hope it doesn't get rotated and they don't realize it. God, that mod is so cool. I wish the Shadowcaster came like that, honestly. It's so cool. As they start giving us all these movable ships. Oh, is Miranda going to be out of range 3? That would be so bad for Jamie if that were the case.
Jamie takes a very conservative.
That is a very conservative. I was thinking Miranda was going to come around, and then now Asajj is only rolling 2 dice on Miranda because suppressive fire. But here I think Rex might just die. Okay, Miranda is going to get a shield back this turn. That's very big.
And Miranda just clips it by probably.
Yep, start of combat.
Couple
Rex eats
centimeters.
another stress.
Stress control Rex.
Rolls something that honestly just doesn't matter. He peels off a stress if he even needs to.
And now we have Jamie's secondary roll.
Oh yeah, sorry, Miranda's shooting here, not Rex. I don't know what I'm thinking. Yeah, nothing interesting. He's not trying to hurt Asajj here. He just wants to regen a shield. Looks like so we've got a stressed arc shooting no mods, range 3 onto Asajj, which sounds a whole lot like 0 damage.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna start talking about next turn while we roll these dice, because I assume Rex is gonna die. Rex needs a miracle to survive here. I mean, he survived on a miracle last turn, but so Asajj has some really interesting moves. So I assume Miranda is gonna take either a one straight or a three bank and go for the bump.
And Chase rolls,
Oh yeah, goodbye Rex, farewell.
and Rex does die, being dealt a crit.
Wow, just one. But yeah, he had to survive both shots, and it just wasn't happening.
And that's all he needs.
Yep.
Like we said, even though Chase could have been mentally demoralized by that
Oh yeah.
loss
No,
of
this
Fen.
game was not over, and I mean Miranda rolling one shield to hull now, and next turn it'll be two shields to hull. But two shields to hull is one shottable by Asajj, right? That's
Yeah,
one turn.
That's so now the question becomes: is that Manaroo fast enough, or are we trying to play Bump City with Asajj?
Oh no, it's yeah. I mean it's because I mean the best thing that Jamie can do here is I mean he can try to bump into it's really hard to say what the right move here is. I mean that arc the arc has to do greens, which is 1 and 2 banks and straights. And Miranda doesn't want to trade shots with Asajj, but I mean, I don't know how Miranda avoids trading shots with Asajj here. Because if this is my Asajj, I'm taking that one bank left, or something like a one straight, and then rotating the arc left, and there's just no way out. Yeah, he takes the two bank left.
And I think this is a great way to hedge his bets.
Oh yeah, this is so if Miranda does slam into you, Miranda doesn't regen a shield. You stress Miranda, which is also great. He might actually get both ships bumped here, which would be pretty big. Takes an evade. We'll see if Nora clears her maneuver. Not so much.
Nora does not.
So Chase sets up a really good turn here.
So we have come to Bump City, and Chase showing his tactical Chase showing his tactical mastery, engaging on his terms, and able to put in damage.
If Miranda doesn't bump here, this is huge for Chase. Let's see what he chose to do. There's hands in the way. That's a wow.
Miranda does not bump.
Wow, and that means Miranda stress next turn. Unless he slams, like one bank slam into Asajj, which might be the right move here. I don't know if that'll leave him stressed or not with where that arc is.
Now, does Miranda peel off the stress? I mean, does Miranda peel off that shield and just try to go for it?
Oh, I mean Miranda. Oh, you're regenning a shield here. There's no. You're not going to hurt Asajj. Focus evade stressed.
This is just.
So he's regenning a shield. And he's just going to make the best of a bad situation. And I think you don't even peel off the stress here off Miranda. You just take a damage if you need to, because a stressed K-wing does not move.
And here
we have Grasser, one of our top. Hey, Grasser, you look happy. Going well? Cool. So are you the first game done?
We have 4 hits on Miranda. We have 4 hits.
Browboats?
Taking the name. Bravo's. Call it now.
All right.
Miranda is at 2.
Browboats.
And Miranda is gone. Miranda is gone, Chris.
Wow. So this game just took a dramatic turn. Let me go double check points on Asajj, because if half points are on Asajj, that's also a big game changer.
And while we have this break for the health update by Chris, once again, we'd like to congratulate John Grasser, number 4, advancing, defeating Tim Ralphs from Canada, Grasser from the United States. Grasser is going to be John Grasser is going to be playing the winner of the Duncan Howard Peter Gulag match, which is the 1 and 8 seed. So that's going to be a tough match no matter what for John, but we wish him for the best. John has actually been in 17 straight cuts, and he's actually the Colorado Regional Champion. So I'm excited for that match.
Joke's on both of us.
No matter who John plays, whether it's Duncan or Peter G. So what's the health update looking like, Chris?
This game is now Chase's game to lose. So Asajj is missing 3 shields, so 2 points away from half. Manaroo is at just completely full, and that arc is built to withstand 1 shot a turn, not 2.
And if you could see the action here, folks, Chase is clearly the aggressor right now. He
Oh, yeah.
is over the board. He
The body. Let's read
the body language.
Yep, Chase is in there. He's.
and-
I mean, he
and-
went from like acceptance, like he's gonna play his heart out, but he's accepted that he's in a bad spot, to like he's. I went over and gave a totally unbiased commentator shoulder rub, and he's in high spirits. And Jamie's attitude. I mean, he's still like having a good time and everything. But Jamie's demeanor was very immediately like, oh God, really? Is this how this is gonna happen?
It would have been very hard. It was very hard for Chase to maintain
Is he
that
pushing here?
discipline, but he did, and this is the result of that
And
that
arc-
practice, that
Arc
experience.
is now double stressed. A double stressed arc
That-
does not do any damage ever again.
And-
And Manaru's going to get behind it or to the side of it, and
Now, Chris, does that look like a range 1 Manaru?
it does
Do we have a kill box with a?
with an arc. I mean, he's got focused target lock, but he's got to do a lot of damage. And I wanted to do the math. So, do we know how many points that Nora is? We have it written down somewhere, right?
The Nora is 39 points.
So Nora's 39. Half of
C3PO,
Asajj is
PTL,
20.
R2D2, and Alliance
so Asajj
Overhaul.
is 40. Manaru's 28. And Nora's 37, you said?
Nora's 43.
No, more.
Nora's 39.
39. Okay. So the way Jamie
Chase
wins
rolls
this,
3. And Chase and Jamie rolls an evade, so he takes 2.
Yep. So if Jamie can get half points on one ship and keep
Oh
Nora
my
alive,
goodness.
he will win.
Chase is on
Wow.
fire.
He gets all the shields.
Chase is on fire,
Damn,
maxing his rolls.
Face up damage card, which is I gotta go check. There's so many potentially game-ending ones there.
So while Chris checks out this crit, actually Chris is running back. Chris, what is this crit?
So if you remember a moment ago, I said there are so many potentially game-losing crits there. That is a structural damage.
Oh my goodness.
You know what doesn't work when you have 0 agility? And you know who's double stressed to not be able to clear structural damage?
Oh. So that was
So, and I didn't see. Did you check that? Did we see the damage on Manaru? I wasn't looking.
this is, I didn't, but
That's so bad.
I'm
he
not
Can't,
re-
he can't clear it. Manaru can take a 1 straight that isn't blockable. Manaru can take a target lock and then focus, and then he's shooting at a decimator, right? A decimator with 6 hull left. So and every bit of damage he does here is permanent. He can never regen it. So any crits are there. He's stuck with them. So I don't like Nora probably takes the 1 or 2 bank right here just to try to clear some distance. But yeah, so he takes the target lock there. Asajj is going to presumably take a 3 turn. 2 turn. Oh yeah. Hey, he's not stressed. What do you know? 2 turns are better.
now we're very.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Chase embraced the roll like a god strategy after embracing the roll like not a god strategy with Finn.
And
there-
here we go with the 2.
Oh, wow, and that's
Try
a 2
to-
straight. Yep.
And that is still range 1 of
That is range 1 for sure.
Chase is about
and
to
he'll clear a stress, get a shield
Chase
back.
is about to deify his Manaru.
Yeah. So he will clear a stress. Yeah, there goes.
And here we have shots from the rear arc of that arc, which once
Yep,
again has
naked,
no.
naked 3. I mean, he's got
no
the
modifications.
focus to a crit, just blanks. Wow.
And Chase
Ah,
Chase decides to roll anyway.
Chase is rolling on the floor.
And here's Chase's return fire
Yeah, here
with
it
a
comes.
focused
3
target
dice
lock
focus target
Manaru.
lock on a 0 agility ship.
And he
Rerolls the blanks. Gets 2 symbols.
that is 2 hits.
Yep. Another face down damage card. Oh, face up. Oh my god, it's another crit.
That arc is in very, very dangerous position of being knocked off the board. So Chase here has a lot of interesting options, but he can't get overconfident because this is a dice game, as Chris and I keep saying over and over, and it's entirely possible for the dice to go hot or cold. So Chase still has to maintain his discipline and keep his head in the game here.
Stun pilot. So that's yet another game changer. So this arc's going to try to run away to regen shields, right? But the problem is, as he does so, if he goes for the joust, now Manaru is a bump master. Every time Manaru bumps, they take a damage. And I don't remember the timing of stun pilot and R2D2, but he could very well just straight up die to it.
I believe R2D2 triggers first. The only time R2D2 does not trigger first is when he run over a proximity mine.
Or any mine, I would assume.
In fact, the FAQ is curious about this. It actually calls out the proximity mine specifically as one of the one or two conditions that R2T2 does not.
Really?
Yeah.
It's specifically proximity mines. That's funny. I wonder when it was written, that specific entry.
And my group actually looked up this rule because it was an R2D2 arc as well, and the arc was about to go through a asteroid, and and it would have died had it had to roll beforehand.
He flips the structural damage, so that's big. He flips the structural damage. You can do it, Jamie. He gets it. There it goes. Boom. And then, yeah, that stun pilot's staying there. That stun pilot's a big deal.
So here we are. That Asajj
And he's
is
gonna
rounding the
push for a target
corner.
lock.
So it looks like Chase might regret
Range two.
putting that middle finger in the middle of the field right now.
I don't think so. He's not too worried about his action there next turn. It might even be something like a 3-bank to Asajj's left and just go catch
And
that
Chase,
arc. That,
Chase
oh.
continues
Just
his.
continue the roll like a god strat, man. Just roll like a god. It's fine. So here come 2 dice. Very unlikely that the shot does anything, but you might as well take it. Yeah, it doesn't matter. C3PO says that shot does 0 damage. So Nora's probably going to go back and regenerate some while Asajj turns around. I'm going to go check shields on Manaru because I keep forgetting to check, because it might be time to get Manaru out of there and start doing other things if Manaru's getting close to half points.
And if Chase does wind up doing that, the Asajj is in prime position right now to go arc hunting. That Shadowcaster dial is not only very flexible, but it's also very fast. So we have lots of fun things that Arc can do right now.
Okay, so Manaru, so Chase is on the I'm gonna kill Nora game plan, which I like, because okay, there's the 1 bank, which looks good, yeah, and wow, that was much closer than I thought it was gonna be. But and he's gonna spend action to rotate arc. I think Manaru, took a focus. So Manaru is at 5, is out of shields. So any damage that comes into Manaru is going in. And if damage comes into Manaru, it's probably a crit.
Yeah, but it's still a strong Manaru right now, especially against this arc.
But this is very relevant because Chase is choosing to engage here. I think we've got like 30 minutes left in the round. I'm not sure exactly, but that would be my guess.
Probably a little under 30.
Yeah, it was 45. I don't know, a few turns ago, like 4 or 5 turns. I'll go double check in a second. But the reason this is relevant is Manaru's one damage away from half point. So Chase is kind of playing with fire here. But if he can get Asajj up there, he's going to start really. He's just roll like a god. Just roll.
Chase
just
is
roll
on
like
fire
a god.
right now,
Yep.
and
Suntiru over here.
So now we're going to Chase's attack phase. It looks like it's just in range.
It's just Manaru. Yep. Gonna see if you can roll 2 hits against some blanks. Hey, there, Auto Blaster Manaru.
Wow.
He rolls, guesses 0, takes a shield.
The C3PO R2T2 combo is
so good with this low ship count on the board. I mean, look at how many shield upgrades that's been. C3PO's gone off at least 4 times for 3 points. 4 shield upgrades.
Yeah, exactly.
That's pretty good.
And this is actually one of my teammates' favorite combinations on this Nora. He loves playing that R2T2 C3PO.
And especially as these mega alpha strike lists start to fade, as the average ship count goes up. As the average ship count goes up, then Regen gets a little bit worse. But if you have 2, they can't kill both really quickly. You joining us over here, Grasser? All right, here's a microphone, sir. So we are joined by, we'll give him a second. He's talking to Mr. Ian Hemp, our great and glorious TO. God, and Chase just believes in his dice, man.
And I would too now.
Yeah, right? Like, yeah.
This is the way we break up. I play.
Chase is going to target lock check, and he gets it.
He's chasing down the range.
He's getting the.
The other ship's already dead.
And there's the 1 bank. So again, more range 2 shots on Manaru. If any 1 damage gets through, it's half points. But now this is starting to get scary for Nora. And that double stress arc's coming. And when Nora gets double stressed with Asajj doing donuts around her, she's not happy.
But it looks like Jamie's willing to play this game. It looks like Jamie's going to.
He's taking his out. His out is he gets some ridiculous crit onto.
And here we go with the big ol' roll.
What's up?
And Chase gets a evade off of focus on the Manaru. And so Chase is taking 1 damage. Actually, he's taking 2 damage here because the Alliance
And
Overhaul
one is
title.
presumably a crit. And I'll go check on that again just after this turn of shooting.
Though Chase does not look too concerned about the crit.
Yep.
And here we go with Chase's range 3 shot with that Asajj.
Yep. And this is where it starts to get scary. You can only see 3PO one of these, and this is a range 3 one.
With the target lock.
He just spends the focus, it looks like. Not going to bother with the target lock.
A meaningless roll, really, because of C3PO.
Well, if you can force him to C3PO, then he doesn't get it for the second roll.
The 1, okay.
And I'll go check on. Whoa, Grasser, that's my mic.
And we're back to Xiles, folks.
Thank you. So two loose stabilizers, which is pretty funny, actually.
Chase receives 2
The man-
stabilizers.
What's up?
It's very loose.
Very loose, yes.
Very loose, just like
Manor, get your act together.
It's almost gone.
Very loose, just like that.
All right, Grasser, you want a mic? No.
Do it this way. This is more
Just do it this way. We're joined by Ish. We're joined by Colorado regional champion Jonathan Grasser, top 4 at Naboo, who has lost his ability to speak.
No, I haven't.
You're here.
Obviously, yes, I am.
How's it going?
Good, you?
Good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
How was the O2 drop?
I haven't lost a game today.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You in the club?
Yeah.
You're in the club.
In the club.
We're both in the same club. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Weird.
Right? Hey, don't
Hey.
be today.
So some background info for our listeners not from the Nova region or the Crate Squadron region. John, you've actually made 18 straight cuts. How,
Yes.
John Grasser is the best X-Wing player you've never heard of.
how,
That could be correct. That could be correct.
how does one make 18 how do you prepare for 18 straight cuts like this? Like
Really?
do you
Really? That's where we're going to go? You're
is-
going to ask me how it feels to be a bridesmaid all the time? Really? That's where we're going with this?
No, I'd like to know, like, how do you? Obviously, you're consistently playing well.
Yes.
How do you get to that kind of level of consistency?
Honestly, it's a lot of practice. I play a lot, and I always play to my strengths. That's the biggest thing I can tell players. You gotta play to your strengths. You don't want to just, hey, you know what? This looks good. This is good on the internet. No. Find something that's good and fits you.
Yeah. Speaking of finding something good that fits you, so we
Vader's terrible. Stop.
No, the guy we played in Swiss yesterday, we both lost 4 T70 X-Wings,
Dude.
right? We brought a hard counter to 4 T70 X-Wings, and this guy wrecks us. Both of us just wrecks us.
So
Grasser's head is in his palm.
Right.
So John, something that is really impressive to me is we're on the East Coast here. We're in Syracuse, New York, and a lot of your friends are from this Nova, North Carolina, the Crates region. But you're actually repping the Phoenix Squadron, so
Absolutely.
your popularity has gone straight from Arizona to the East Coast. So you're coast to coast at this point.
Well, it's just people
And Canada.
and Canada. That's fair. And Mexico. I have a following in Mexico now
He's got
too.
a good pouch.
You heard it here first. John Grasser is actually an international X-Wing
This is a
celebrity
big
at
shot
this point.
happening right here.
I don't know about that.
Double stress on Nora, so that is now officially begun.
And
That is
Chris,
4
it looks
hits.
like Chase heard your mind vibes. He's turned the Manaroo away
Yeah,
to
he's
try
not
to.
interested in this anymore. Manaroo is now a focus engine, and then Asajj is just going to finish the fight. So, 2 shields, 3 shields, 2 shields, 2 shields. Guess a 0 C3PO,
So
and must have spent a focus on defense. Manaroo spends focus on offense balls. I like it.
and this is great action here. This is
Play
great.
to win
Yeah.
the game.
Well,
You play to win the game.
John, speaking of this, while we're in a lull in action in the game, unfortunately, it looks like you're going to have to play one of your good friends and colleagues, Duncan Howard. How do you prepare to play not only a friend
how are you
but
gonna
such a
take down his
great
plot
competitor,
armor? That's the real question.
You kick him in the balls.
figuratively
I
and
owe him
literally?
2 of them at this point of the day, so I'm going to exact both of them before the start of the game, and hopefully that'll put him enough on tilt
If he has to
that I
call
have a chance.
if he has to call a medic, he can't be the medic. At which point he can't play his game.
Correct.
So obviously,
I'm
John,
hoping for a DQ.
Yes. DQ, no prizes. Can I get his range rulers and templates?
Sure.
Thank you.
so
I'll
obviously,
have my own set, so whatever. You can have them.
obviously John's in good spirits, and this is why this X-Wing community is so great, because even though we're friends playing this competitive game at this premier level, he's still able to see it and treat it as a game. Like, Duncan's his friend, and he'll give him a hard time both on the game and off the game, but at the end of the day, they're still going to shake hands, and hopefully...
No, I'm not shaking that.
You guys have to play on the
I don't know what's
stream, and
been.
we need a table mic.
Oh, my goodness.
I'll be honest with you. It might be quieter than you expect. Like straight up.
Yeah. All right. Yep. Nora playing to win. Double stress Nora.
Nora's coming in.
No mods, don't want them, don't need them.
And for our newer listeners at
Raw
home.
dogging dice.
Yep.
Just raw dog it. Just raw dog the dice. Go
Please
with
don't
raw
make
dog.
me go back and edit this.
No.
So for our newer listeners and listeners who
dogging's fine.
haven't
Yeah,
played
that's
the
all
arc
it says.
yet,
I don't know
Raw
where the
dogging
the
line
dice.
Alliance
is.
Overhaul
Raw dogging dice. That's fair.
the
There's
Alliance
nothing wrong
Overhaul
with that.
title actually adds a focus when you have a target lock. So
No, it's out of your rear arc. You can change your focus to a crit.
Yeah.
yep, and then you get to add a dice
Oh, yes,
out of the
sorry.
front arc.
I interrupted you and you're right.
That's all right. So we are looking at a pretty viable primary weapon right now coming out of that arc, and it actually kind of explains why the.
Damage goes on to Asajj, so 1 away from half points on Asajj.
And Jamie's actually laughing a little bit because he knows his odds were.
Spends the lock, gets 3 hits.
And there we have it. We have a very
Oh, he's gonna see
Very
3PO now
stressful.
for 1,000.
I want to see 3PO 8.
Yeah.
very stressful roll
18.
here.
You are not required to guess
C3PO.
a legal number that you can actually roll. So it looks like he 3PO'd 1, and he's gonna eat it. But like you said, you play to win, right?
Right.
You got to guess 1 and get it.
He
You gotta
gets a
guess 1 and
major
get it.
explosion.
Oh,
no
no.
damage. Flips it down.
So he's down to 2 hull.
And with 15 minutes to go, this is still anyone's game. That Manor is
Yeah,
going to turn
actually,
in.
So right now, Jamie is winning the game on points. Manor is at half. Asajj is not at half, but it doesn't eat the. Yeah.
1 away.
Can you guys hear us? Do we need to keep it down? You shouldn't.
He's 0-2 club. I wouldn't listen to 0-2 club. 0-2 club.
Chase would like to advise the internet not to listen to me. Something, something, something. Get good. O2 drop.
So I guess we'll try to keep it down a little
Yeah.
bit, Chris. But
Well, so Grasser just makes me so excited and fills me with we'll go with joy. That I
No,
just want to be loud.
now, John,
Joy 7 inches at a time.
tell me how
We're getting closer
how
to
do
that
you-
line. We'll get there eventually.
John, how did you gain this Mexican following? Like, did you go to a Mexican nationals or how?
His name's Fernando. He's a really cool dude. I met him in Dallas Regional,
Okay.
and it's literally the only Mexican player I know.
Yeah. So
But I claim it as all of Mexico because I know him.
Excellent.
There you go.
Excellent.
It
counts.
clearly
It counts.
doesn't count. It
No,
clearly
it
counts.
counts.
It clearly counts.
it counts.
Now,
It's
Chris,
one guy.
Chris, something I'd love to find out is whether it's possible that FFG could get people visas to come play at Worlds, because it seems like we may have some issues with those concerns coming up at this Worlds.
It is
actually.
taking every bit of my restraint to not give you the standard Chris Allen something, 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 build a wall, keep out the X-Wing players response. But honestly, I think the answer is no. I don't think we'll get it.
So what happened to the Trumpinator this weekend? I thought we were going to get graced by the presence of the Trumpinator.
I ran out of balls. I suck at decimators.
That's
clearly.
why you 0-2'd.
We have Chase with
Probably
two hits,
It's karma.
and
Karma.
Jamie named 0. Jamie does only take 1.
Yep. And there's Manaru out of range there. It looks like. Yeah.
So keeping it
At
as
this point, why is Manaru even in the fight?
What?
At this point, why is Manaru in the fight?
They're not.
Either Manaru's going to go in, he's going to go in hard, and that's fine. If she wants to go in hard, she can go in, she can arc dodge, she can do her thing. But at the same time, you want to go, you want to do something, you want to get her in there. We're not in there. Don't half-ass it. You're all in or all out.
Well, I think so. He used Manaru up until it got dangerous. So he Manaru was at like 1 shield, and then he just kept chasing her, just putting in a damage or 2.
But okay,
And
he has
now it's time to
3PO.
fail.
How do you beat 3PO? Lots of shots.
Yep.
One guy shooting at a 3PO isn't going to do jack and crap. Now, why this guy doesn't want actions, I don't know. Apparently, actions are bad for the game.
Wait, what do you mean?
The actions are bad. The guy's double stressed. He doesn't want to clear any of them.
He can't.
and
How's he gonna clear his double stress?
Do a green maneuver?
Yeah, and then get Asajj again.
Okay.
and Chris,
I don't know. He pushed in the first place to get in this mess. That's the problem.
So-
Grasser giving his side. We're gonna go with grunting side.
So,
of
so
approval.
Chris, to John's point here, does Manaru come in at this point? I know Chase got a little apprehensive because of that rear arc, but it looks like that arc is targeting that Asajj to get the half points. So maybe Manaru is in a safe position to fight.
I think the answer is no. My Manaru's not going in there at least. I don't know what the correct answer is, but my Manaru's not. So looks like 1 hit there. He's just gonna take it. Oh no, he rolled the evade. Okay. Grasser has left us with no words, heartless. Spends the lock. Oh, it was cocked. Spends the target lock and gets 4 hits. That's game. Chase takes it home. So thanks again to both players for letting us record. Congrats to Jamie for making top 8 at the biggest system open in the U.S. That's a big deal. And stop taking pictures of me. Congrats to Chase, top 4. That's a full set of prizes other than the trophy. There is no top 2 prize. We gotta figure out what's going on camera next round.
Chase Green with the
Paratanni, right? Is Paratanni gonna win another system open after the nerf? Can you imagine? Can you imagine the internet outrage? And quick update: Duncan Howard has won his game. Grasser has won his game. Chase has won. Is Paul's still game going on?
Yes.
Paul's game's still
Paul
going
is
on.
still playing. Paul Heaver, our 3-time.
Duncan, do you have some words for the stream? Are they recording?
Fenrau and Mindlink are overpowered. Prockets every turn on Miranda is not the best way to go.
Seems fair.
Yeah. All right.
Thank you for your deep words. I hate you.
So while we take some time to set up, Chris, do you want to take us out?
Yeah. We'll shut it down in between rounds and figure out what to put on camera and everything. So I'll give us a quick rundown. Actually, I don't actually have anything planned because we're YOLOing it straight to the end, right? But I want to give a big shout out to Cascade, who just kind of after I O2 drop, the standard's O2 drop drink, but I was like, hey, can I record? I have my camera and mics and everything in the car for other reasons, and can we do it? Just set it up and go. And they're like, sure, whatever. Why not? Just don't get anybody's way. And here we are, right? They got us a table right by everything going on with the tablecloth. Let me fill up their hallways with everything. They've been helping us power everything. Asking us if we need anything, giving us the match slips. Big shout out to Steve, all the TOs and judges. Thank you guys. And so you wanna give us? I'll start our outro, I guess. So thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you when you hit play on the next video. So this is Chris Allen from the great and glorious and honorable Carolina Crates.
And this is Peter Fu from the South Jersey PA X-Wing team.
And you guys have a good one.
Thank you.